just rewatched Alien, directed by Ridley Scott, starring Sigourney Weaver and John Hurt, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but it is still as good as I remember watching it. It was 8 years ago now, and it's just full of. I mean, at the time, it was such a when it was released, it was such a revolutionary film that kind of redefined what it meant for science fiction and horror. Because before Alien came out, there really wasn't any movies that were like it in its certain style and direction and story, and as well as sheer just production value for it at the time. I mean, the ship of the Nostromo itself is very. It has a really rich sense of realism in set design, which feels really it feels really well, like lived in and very. And when you watch the movie, you do feel like you are there on the ship with the characters. And overall, I mean, for a ship's design, especially for the late 70s, it was very believable as a real ship that was traveling through space, as well as the overall just design of the alien itself. I mean, the facehugger is still absolutely a terrifying creature in film history that is was very pre-planned, and it's the way it looked and the way it was designed, and also the way it moved, the way it was supposed to live, and supposed to its purpose of implanting the egg, which is also just another terrifying thing about this movie. Just the whole cycle of this horrible creature that basically just comes out of nowhere, and it's not explained at all how it evolved or why it exists. It's just there to kill the crew. The chestburster scene itself is also just as awesome and scary as it's has ever been, with John Hurt unfortunately being killed off in this movie in a really horrible way. And spoiler warning, there is also a character in this movie that is revealed to be not human. It's revealed to be an android, which is also very creepy in its design, and it's just the build-up of this movie. Like, it starts off very quietly. It's not like a horror movie that starts off just dives right into the tension and just non-stop, just full-blown fear and horror. No, this movie starts off actually very relaxed. Actually, starts off really quiet, really eerie, and kind of just introducing this ship and the atmosphere of the world that it's set in, and slowly introduces the characters, and you get to know them in the first half an hour. And then the alien, the xenomorph, is introduced, which also has a slow build-up from the egg to the facehugger to the chestburster, and then eventually grows into the xenomorph, the fully grown iconic monster that is now known for being one of the best monsters in movie history. And with I think this was Sigourney Weaver's first major role that she was introduced in, and instantly she hooks you in. She's an amazing character. She is a very human character as well, and a very relatable character. She I think at the time, even when the movie came out, even non-sci-fi fans at the time really liked her character, because, as I said before, before Alien, most sci-fi horror movies were kind of, into the the Pulp Fiction kind of nerdy territory for like the time, and this movie kind of like widened the whole scope and whole style of the genre. I mean, the genre wasn't the same after this movie came out, and really did leave a lasting impact on pop culture and the film industry at the time when it was released. And overall, even just now it's been over 4 decades since the movie came out. I think this movie, along with Star Wars, the first one, was really kind of the next step, and kind of like the opening up of just what could be achieved with science fiction and the genre, and just a whole basically just a whole step up in the whole way that these stories can be told. But I mean, like, it's not Star Wars. It's not the big expansive movie that has created like a massive universe full of characters. It's just it's a movie that takes place on a ship with this mysterious and scary creature that is really not shown that much in detail until the very end of the movie. It's always shown in like moments of darkness, or like brief flashes of light, or quick shots and jump scares, because this movie does have jump scares. It doesn't have that many jump scares, but the scares are perfectly timed and have a lot of build up to them. And then like there's like 10 minutes when like nothing happens, and there's another jump scare. And the thing about the scares in this movie is that you really don't know when they're gonna happen. And when they do happen, they really do take you off guard. I think this was really the first movie that kind of invented the trick jump scare, which was the cat showing up instead of the alien. And it just introduced so many factors and elements with the way it was directed, and the way it was shot, and the music in it is also iconic, and really sets up the atmosphere of this movie. And overall, it's just an entertaining movie, and it's always fun to see someone's reaction to it the first time they watch it, because like you already know all the iconic moments about the movie, but when you get a person who hasn't seen it before, it really is fun to watch, just the way they react to it, and the way that they see it for the first time, because of also just the slow pace and the building tension, which Ridley Scott was really talented and really good at achieving, pulling off. I think this was his first movie, and apart from Covenant, the only Alien movie that he's done. But I mean, James Cameron did Aliens, which I will review sooner or later. I'll have to watch it again. But overall, I would say I'll give this movie a 9 out of 10. It is really one of the best sci-fi horror movies, even though like it's not overly. It's not like it is PG-13 or M. It's not completely terrifying, but it is scary, and it is atmospheric, and it is just overall just a unique and just a irreplaceable science fiction movie. So if you haven't seen it, definitely see it. It is a